Hi, I'm going to show you how to set up your company details if you follow through. So we click company details. We want to change our company name. We then want to add a domain name, a website. If you don't have one, leave it blank. In this case, we'll just make one up. We then want to change our email address to whichever email you use. This is where your quotes will be sent to. So I'll use my personal one. We then want to add an address. You could just put your country if you wanted, or you could put your state. It's not really that important. And obviously our phone number as well. So whatever that phone number might be. And we scroll down. Now this is very, very important. If you measure your fence in meters, you want to put an M for meters. If you measure your fence in feet, we want to change that to feet. That will reflect on our quote, and also on your quoting screen, and obviously our currency here as well. So that's US dollars or pound, New Zealand dollars, whatever that might be, and you can change your currency sign. This is for more for uh, fences in the UK. Their currency sign is different. Um, what's your tax called in Australia? It's GST. Um, you could put just tax, or you could put VAT if you're in Europe. We'll leave this for GST at the moment. And whatever your tax rate is. So our tax rate here in Australia is 10%. We don't need the percentage sign in this. It will fail if we do put a percentage sign. Um, it could be, 6.5%, whatever it might be. New Zealand, I think, is 15%. I know each state in America is all different, but we'll leave it at the Australian rate. Now, this one here is what do you charge to pull down an old fence and remove it? Now, we split this. Now, you might say you charge $2 a foot, so you'd put $1 to pull it down and $1 to remove it. Um, we charge in Australia, I charge in my company $12 to pull it down and $8 to take it away. Our small job is basically what's the minimum meters you like to build? What do you class as a small job? Now, here in Australia, we're 25 meters. I know this is feet at the moment. Um, we'll change that to meters. $25. Now, if any job we do is less than 25 meters, we charge a small job fee of $250. So all jobs that are 25 meters and less, we put a fee of $250 on it. The Google API, just leave it for the moment, use mine. It will come filled out. If it isn't, contact me. Username, just put your name. Now, very important, this pin code here, don't change it. If you do change it, it'll change your URL link up here. If for some reason you do change it, let me know and I'll give you the new link. So that's pretty much how we set up our company details. Any questions or queries? Obviously, I'll go back. Um, Always remember to click update to update all of these changes. Any queries, let me know and we'll help you out. Hi, so we're going to set up our fence items, fencing prices, etc. So we click fence items. Now what we want to do is we want to choose our groups types. We'll then choose the styles within that group. So let's do one at a time. So let's say we do chain link fencing. So we add chain link and we can click edit. Now if you call chain link something else, we can actually change this here. We'll leave this at chain link for the moment. And again, we always click save, and it takes us back. So now what we want to do is we want to choose all the different styles of chain link that we actually build. So again, we click edit, and you'll see another screen. See how it says no styles added to this group as yet. So what we want to do is we want to choose all the chain link fences that apply, that we build. So we're going to say we build chain link with top and bottom rail. We'll then go through our pictures, and we'll find the other chain link fences that we build. So there's a 9 gauge, so we'll add that one. We'll scroll down, we'll add one more, and then we'll start setting up the prices, and we'll add the standard chain link fence as well. Now what we want to do is we want to go into the styles so we can add our pricing. So we'll click edit, and here's all the heights. Now in the previous video we clicked that we measure in meters. Now if we had put the F for feet, that would all be in feet and inches. So we'll say we build a 1 meter tall chain link fence, 1.5 meter tall chain link fence, and let's say we build a 2 meter high chain link fence. Now this will be, again in feet, it'll be 3 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, etc. Now in this box here we want to put how much we charge per meter or foot for the chain link fence. So I'm going to just make up a price. I'm going to say $65 a meter for 1 meter high. Let's say it's $75 a meter for 1.5 meters, and let's say it's $100 per meter for a 2 meter high fence. Then again, we want to click save on each of these boxes. You'll notice that it turns green, so we know that it's all updated and your pricing saved. Now again, we can change the name of our fence. So here with chain wire galvanized, let's say this one is black PVC coated, whatever you call your fence internally. And here, this is just something that's defaulted. You can change this as well. This will update on the quote, and I'll show you this in another video, what this looks like. So let's change this to this is some writing. And again, we want to save and rename, and that's all done. We click home screen, and you'll notice that this is all changed for us in our chain link group. So we go back to our group and we edit, and you'll notice that it says chain link black PVC coated. And again, we'll go to the next one. I'll quickly do this. We'll just make this up for the moment. Save, save, and save. We'll let that propagate. And maybe we'll just call this standard chain link fencing. And again, save and rename. I've already saved these. You can see that by them turning green, and we go back. What we'll do is go back into our groups, we edit, and let's say I don't want to build. We've already added the standard chain link. This is no longer valid, so we'll just close this one off. And we'll confirm and delete. We'll go back, and then we can go through and we can say we want to do cedar wood in our groups. Edit, and you'll see we'll just add one for this process, and you'll see that now we've got a fence style. And again, we'll edit, and we'll just add one in this one, and we'll call that $30 a meter. We'll go back and you'll see there's chain link and cedar. Now, if there's fencing here, these are our groups. If there's fencing here that you build, I don't know, let's say brick fencing, for instance, it's not here, let me know and we'll add it for you, so then you can update your quotes. Okay, thank you very much, and we'll do how to add your gate videos next. Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to update your gate items, so where you can add your single and double gates. So we go in by clicking gate items, and you'll notice that we currently have no gates here. So I'm going to say we build a single timber paling gate. So we click add, we then click edit, and we'll see where it says I am a single gate. Now we can change this. We can say I am a double gate, if you want to. Obviously, you really want the photo and the name to match single and double. So we'll click it back to single, and we're going to say we charge $500 for a single timber paling gate. Again, we can change this. We can change this to single wooden paling gate, or just a single wooden gate. And this is your little blurb that will show up on your customer's quote. So we'll change this as thing. Again, we want to save everything, so we want to click save cost. See how it's turned green again? And we want to save text items, and that turns green as well. We'll go back and we'll add a few more gates. So these gates here, let's add the aluminium gate, and again you'll see that it says single, so we edit. Let's say we charge $800 for a single aluminium gate, and we can change the name as well. It's obviously spelt wrong, and we'll leave this in so I'll show you on another video. Again, save and save what this says and where it says in your customer's quote. So we'll go back. Let's add some double gates. So we'll scroll down. Now, here's a good example. This is obviously a wooden gate in cedar, and it's a double gate, but it says single. So let's add this one. And again, we go in and we edit, and we want to change this to a double gate. And let's call this $1,000. Wooden gate with baseboard cedar. This will naturally show in the quote as a double gate, so I'm going to leave this as is and save, and we'll go back and you'll see that we've now got some single gate, two single gates and a double, and we'll add one more. Let's scroll right to the bottom and look for PVC. Okay, so let's add PVC, and we'll go in and we'll go edit. Now we can say each gate, we can say the height of the gate, and we can change the pricing as well. So we could say this is 1.0 meters, or we could say this is 3 foot, and that's $300 for instance, and we'll save and we'll save. We'll go add one more gate so I can show you. We'll add exactly the same gate, and I can show you how we can change the pricing on exactly the same item, so we can give your clients different heights at different prices, etc. So we'll add the PVC double gate again, and that one was 3 foot high, and I think we charge, no, what did we charge? 300. Let's say this one, we are going to say this is 6 foot tall, and we're going to charge $500 for a 6 foot tall gate. And we'll save. We go back in. Now we'll see that we've got the same gate, The one's at 3 foot, which we charged 300 for, I believe. And the same style, picture, etc., but at a different height, 6 foot tall, and we've charged more for that gate. So that's just another way, make a little bit more money on your quotes, etc. Okay, I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a new quote for a customer. Your customers can use this quote as well if you have a website, or you can SMS them your unique link. So what we do is we put an address in, so anywhere in the world. So we're going to go, let's say 1 Main Street in Brooklyn, and it'll pop up with our map of the client's property. Now on the map, what we want to do is we want to measure our boundary line. So we click at the start, and then we click at the finish, and that'll show us our meters. Again, this is because we have chosen meters. If this was feet, that would be measured in feet as well. If you want, if you're out on a client's site and you've measured their fence, you can actually put in however many meters you want, and that will override using the map. The other thing we can do is we can add another fence, or add a spot for a gate as well. So we're just, wherever we want the gate, we click add gate, and then we click, and your gate is added on the corner there. Now we want to choose our fence style. Now this is where we've set up our groups. So again, in the previous videos, we had our chain link and we had our cedar wood. So let's say we're doing a cedar fence, and we'll click cedar, and we'll click our height, and then we'll go and we'll say we want a single gate. Now these are the single gates we've added. Do you want the fence removed? Now this is when we, the first video when we set up our company, we put in the removal cost. So let's say yes, and we'll continue with our images. Now we can upload an image here if we want, especially if you're out on site on your phone. If you click this button, that'll open your camera up on your phone and you can take a couple of snaps. So it's good for your estimators. But in this instance, we'll continue with our images. And we'll put our customer name. I'll just use my details and my email address. And my phone number. And send me my quote. As easy as that. So that has sent your client a quote to their email. Now I'll show you, in this video, I'm going to show you where all your quotes that you submit, or your clients submit if you have the software on your website. So we'll click quotes, and you'll notice I've done a couple of test ones, but this is the quote we did before. We can actually go through and view the quote now. So you'll see that it was in Main Street. You'll see because we set up New Zealand dollars in our company, it's New Zealand dollars. You can see the client's details, which are my details, and then you can see my details here as well. There's a cool little feature here, which is a countdown timer. It has the expiry date as well. It just gives your clients a little bit of fear of loss, that they're going to miss out. So we find in our company that this gets people accepting a few more quotes. You can see the quote number here. Ignore this number. This is just your company number. This is internally what we use to know who has which software, etc. The date, which is obviously today's date, and then you can see that we quoted a wood fence. We changed the measurement, so it's 40 meters. That was feet. I think it's double, which would be about 80 feet, just under. And this is The blurb we write in our styles along with our little picture. Our gate information, which is we chose the aluminium gate, again $800. And this is pull down the fence. Remember, I put $12 to pull it down, and then we charged $8 to take it away. Now the GST, we've 10%. This would be whichever your tax rate is, 6.5%, 15% for New Zealand, and total in New Zealand dollars. Now clients can actually click this image. So because we've emailed this quote to, well, you've emailed this quote to your client, they can actually upload some images. So if they click this on their mobile, they click choose file, that will actually open their camera up on their mobile, so they can go out, take a couple of snaps, and that'll update your quote. You'll get an email to say that your client's uploaded the images on the quote, so you can have a quick look at it. If you haven't been out on site, you're not walking in blind. But we'll cancel this and go back. These are your neighbours' half share, so you've generally got two neighbours sharing the cost. So that's the total price, and this is what each neighbour will pay. Again, this we'll be able to edit this for each individual company, fencing company. For the moment, just let me know if you want to change any of this, terms and conditions, etc., and we'll update them one by one. And we'll go through and we'll see the client can actually accept the quote. So if we click accept quote, we ask for a double verification. So we've been testing this for a couple of years now, and we were having clients say they didn't mean to accept it. So we put this simple sum in there, so we know that the client has to do a two-step process. So we know that that job's definitely going ahead. So we'll accept this quote. And I've just sent myself an email to my email address saying that I've accepted this quote. So then you can have your sales guys, or you guys can call them. You'll see at the very bottom that it says quote accepted. It's UTC time, purely because this is obviously all over the world. Everyone in the world can have access to this product. Yeah, so that's all there is to it. To look at the quotes, we'll go back and we can have a look at a couple of other things we can do. The requote button is coming shortly. I'll do another video once that's done. You can see that this quote here has been accepted. In fact, if we go out and we go back in, we should be able to see that the quote that we've just done has been accepted as well. So we can go through and see which quotes have been accepted. Now, if a customer calls you, you can search their quote number. So let's say we're looking for quote number 11, and then only quote number 11 shows. So you don't have to ask, you don't have to search through it. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video.